Good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Tarot Time. Happy 2025. Does anyone have a hangover? I don't. I actually went to bed really early last night. I don't feel like getting in front of the camera this morning, I have to be honest with you. But thankfully, I was up at midnight because I have a neighbor who I believe works or owns a fireworks company. Bless his heart. Yep. We have fireworks for every occasion. President's Day, Valentine's Day, Christmas Day, you name it. If there's a holiday, there's a firework. Too funny. But anyway, so hopefully everybody was safe. This reading is going to be a little different. I already took out 3 decks. I am going to do kind of like a general, what can you expect for each sign. So I will start with Aries. This will be a lengthy video, but then again, TikTok gives me an hour. There's no way to timestamp it, and I'm not timestamping it because I'm not your mother. Learn how to slide the bar. That's all I can tell you. Maybe I can try something else with it where I could post the, you know what, I'm going to try to figure it out, but I can't promise you anything. So anyway, I just got through watching the news. I'm drinking my coffee. I wanted to make sure I was a couple of cups in, so I was bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for you guys. And they were doing the year in review of all the people we lost. My mom was one of them I lost. And I never realized how many people passed away. I think our last was Jimmy Carter and Linda Lavin. She was a great actress. He was a great president. He had such a good soul. He just was a great humanitarian, which counts as much as somebody who can keep the price of eggs and gas down. That's my little political thing. But anyway, so, you know, prayers to all them. I'm sure, I always believe they're all in a better place and watching down on us and probably laughing at some of us. But anyway, it's a new year. It's time to, if something did not work for you last year, it's really time to change it. You know, we don't want to keep doing the same thing over and over again. You know, time is fleeting. People don't want to realize that. And time sneaks up on you quick. This year is my 63rd birthday in a month and a half. And I could say, where did the time go? And you know, it's funny because as you get older, you appreciate your time more and you're not willing to waste it on certain things. And I look back on certain episodes, I'll call them, of my life. They're not all love relationships. And I think about all the energy I wasted. And if someone had put all that in a bag and said, here, Denise, here's, you know, 22 years of you worrying about X, Y, and Z, or, you know, getting involved in something you shouldn't have, or, you know, staying in a bad situation longer, you know, I'd gladly take it back. So I think moving forward into 2025, when you do get into something, whether it's love or not everything's about love. You really have to say to yourself, you know, it's like time, it's like money. I mean, I always say to people, you know, you would burn a year of your life wasting it on somebody, but some people won't blow 20 bucks, you know. So I think that's what you have to really think about. You know, every moment is precious to you. It's your time. You know, everybody's been given a gift of life. They've been given an allotment of time. We don't know how much. Some of us live forever. You know, we're like, oh my God, that person's still alive. And then some of us, unfortunately, pass early. How do you want to live it? There's a saying about the dash, you know, on the headstones. You know, they show the year from 1962 to 2025, and then there's a dash in between. How do you want to live that dash? How do you want to do that? So I have a rule of thumb that I've been using the past few years, and it seems to have worked and not failed me. When I get in the midst of something that seems like it's going to take away healthy time, positive time, I always say to myself, do I really want to, do I want to waste my time on this? And the answer is always no. So that's my little speech for 2025. Also, I am open for readings today. If anyone's home, I am home today. I have no plans. I'm going to hop on my treadmill. I got to say the truth, I have been keeping that up, my workouts between my cardio and my weights. And not to plug them, but I have a NordicTrack treadmill in my home. I'm very blessed with that. And I have the iFit programs on it. And yesterday, I think I was in Aruba hiking in their caves. I think that's where I was. They have little different programs you can, and challenges. I just signed up today for a new challenge, so we'll see. I forget I'm 63, and then I wake up the next morning and my back is killing me. All right. Do we have any Aries out there? What can our Aries expect moving forward? And then, like I said, I have an hour. Probably take me more than that to upload this video, but we're going to take our time and we're going to see what we come up with. So this is for my Aries. I have my Barbara Moore deck for you. We're going to see what we come up with. Okay. I love the Queen of Pentacles. She's so unbothered. You got a lot of pentacles here. So I'm going with, you're thinking about, money. You want to change either your financial situation, your job situation. 2025 is going to be the year where I think a lot of my Aries are just like, you know what? Screw this. I've had it. I'm tired of pinching pennies. I'm tired of not being happy where I am. Regardless if you're living alone, living with someone, wherever you are, wherever your home is. And you're like, you know what? We're either going to fix this or I'm going to walk away. That's exactly what's going to happen. And the Three of Pentacles always talks about kind of hiring somebody else to kind of fix something. That's how I take it. It's like taking something you already had. Like this couple here, they've had a statue and it needs repair, so they're bringing somebody else in. And it comes in fairly quick where you decide something needs to be fixed. Maybe it is a relationship and you're like, you know what? This relationship really needs to be fixed. There could have been an infidelity in this relationship, either on your end or on your partner's end. And you're realizing that, if you don't fix it, maybe it's time for you to be alone, The Queen of Pentacles, she flies on her own. She takes care of everything. She is somebody who, can support herself. She takes care of her children. She works. Like, she doesn't really need that outside help, Like, there's a lot of women, unfortunately, and don't hate me in the comments, but let's face it, you all have a safety net. A lot of you have a safety net. And that's the reason why you don't leave relationships. Worst reason in the world. I've been preaching to women for years. Learn how to paddle your own freaking canoe already. Because you want somebody in your life who you just want in your life. Not because you need this person, and nobody wants to be looked at as a wallet. So I think that a lot of you are deciding to either kind of fix what you have or just walk away from it. And I think that's what 2025 is going to bring. Let's look at him, Mr. Eight of Pentacles. He's taking it and he's really looking at it and he's going, is this really a good pentacle? Is this something that I need to... Is this something that I need to fix or throw in the shitter? Right? So I think the message for my Aries is it's going to be an awakening for you in relationships and our jobs. You could be in a job where, you're like, do I really want to get back out there? Do I really want to look? But I'm so unhappy here. Where do I want to go with this? So I think when we look at our Queen of Pentacles, she sits there and she's kind of, notice the chair is very high behind her, okay? So that tells me that she is kind of in this protective mode and doesn't want to know what's going on behind her. You know what I'm saying? Like she's blocked out her past and she really doesn't want to know what's going on. And she's okay with just looking about the future. She's just fine looking about what's coming forward. And she's really kind of visualizing what should she do. She's got all these thoughts because they're all around her head. You know, do I fix something? Do I leave something? What do I do? I'm going to guarantee you the Queen of Pentacles, she's going to do something. She is going to do something. Whether it's leave, fix, she's going to do something. Okay, that's for my Aries. Now, I'll have you all know, I did not write down the signs. We are flying by the seat of our pants with hopes that we get them all right. All right? Now, if I miss somebody, I don't know what to tell you. I got to finish my last cup of coffee here. All right. You think I was out partying all night? Like I said, I went to bed in the 10-ish hour. Then I was up again around 12. And then I think I made it through. I was up again around 6:30, which I decided to stay up at that point. All right. We have Taurus next. 2025. What can you expect? And I am using my Light Seers deck. Like I said, I have 3 decks, which I will shuffle in between. I'm sitting here at my island looking out my atrium door, and my neighbor walks by, and she has a little dog. His name is Cookie. He's a little white furry kind of thingy. And she dresses him in matching coat and booties. It's the freakingest, cutest thing. And he has rain gear too. It's the cutest thing I've ever seen. I just want a dog to dress him up because Luna is so uncooperative with that. My last cat, Milo, was so good, but yeah, not this one. I love Luna, but you know, she's a little bit difficult. She got her own mind. It's like children, you know. All right, so for my Tauruses, using the Light Seers deck, what can you expect in 2025? And like I said, I'm going to try to do some sort of a, like put up the sign. I'm going to try something. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Okay. Well, I will say this, because every time I get the Empress card, if you're looking to have a baby, if you can still do that, you know, age and all that other fun stuff. With the Empress card, it kind of tells us that that's definitely could be on the horizon for you. So we start with the Death card, which is the card of Scorpio, and death does not mean death, so don't think that 2025 you're, you know, heading out, because you're not. Death is more about transformation. Okay, it's about taking whatever you already have, whether it's your home, your body, your finances, your job, and making it better. It's transforming it, and we like that. And for a lot of my Tauruses, you need to have that happen. There's something right now that's very unbalanced in your life, and 2025 is going to bring the balance in, okay? Because if you look down here, all she thinks about is this. She thinks about how can she transform her life, or he, don't get caught up in the gender. He thinks, she thinks, how can I transform it? And the reason they're thinking that is because of the unhappiness, okay? The Four of Cups is, well, you know, I may have a job, I may have a, you know, a boyfriend, husband, whatever. I may have a place to live, but it's not really what I want, you know. They're just, there are things you have, but they're not exactly where you want to be. And you're doing a lot of, there has to be more to life, okay? So you're in the position right now of There has to be more to life. And that's good because that's a fuel for you to move forward. And the Empress, besides, the pregnancy card and stuff, the Empress is about growth, okay? And it's about taking something and giving birth to it. Not always a human being, okay? It could be an idea. So that seems to happen too. Now, with the card of Justice, it does talk about legal situations that balance in your favor. So we look at this and we see the scales and we say to ourselves, finally, something's going my way. Finally, something's going to balance. And because it balances, it gives you the opportunity for growth. Okay? So I would say in the year 2025, especially, and don't hate me, it's taken a while, but especially as we get closer to Libra season, you're going to see a huge change happen in your life, all for the better. And you're going to see things come to you that were actually meant to be in your life. So all that transformation is definitely on its way to you. And it stems from a few different things, okay? I'm a firm believer, and you can't sit there and just affirm it and expect it to fall from the sky. It is not happening, okay? I think you want to make a vision board, you like pretty pictures, you go right ahead. But I'm a firm believer, and it hasn't failed me yet, you need to move around and put your energy where your energy needs to be, okay? So you make some fit moves in the physical, and then the universe is like, hey, he or she is serious, so we're going to kind of match what she or he is talking about. And that's how it happens. So I think things are going to balance for you in 2025. I think 2025 is your year. It's a year where you can expect things to just kind of come to you in pieces. They start in pieces and then they start flowing more and more and more. And there's no more of this disappointment. There's more of just a happy kind of flow and you finally having a total transformation in your life. I would say between now and I got to call October. October seems to be your month because of Libra or because of Scorpio. I would say that that's when you're going to really sit back and look and go, wow, that was a heck of a year. All right, my Taurus, we are on to Cancer. 2 down, only 10 to go. Let's use our Robin Wood deck for my Cancerians. So the sun is shining here, but we have like high wind warnings. And, but no snow yet. But they say next week we're supposed to get a lot of, we're supposed to get a cold front. I just ordered oil because lately I'm always cold and I'm always putting up the heat. All right, let's see. We have Cancer. Now, I want to throw this in the mix too. I haven't been talking much about the tarot bridge, although the girls are still there, my one guy. We still have our readers, and you can still go there and book a reading. I'm not looking for new signups, although you're more than welcome to sign up because within 6 to 8 weeks, hopefully sooner, that platform will just be non-existent and we will be an app in the Apple Store. Yes, I'm so excited about that. It's going to be right there on your phone. We are getting out there and we are ready to run with the big dogs. One thing about my site that I am super proud of is we don't do any of that pay by minute. You know exactly what you're going to pay for. All my readers are vetted by me, and I am the only site that is owned by a fellow psychic tarot card reader. So all these other sites are just people looking to make a buck. They're just business people. So you are still welcome to go to thetarorbridge.com, sign up and get a reading. I have, I think, 30 active readers. Some go on vacation. They take themselves off. I have a lot more coming for the app. And Yes, that's very exciting for me. It's been one of my dreams. And I'm still booking readings too. I still do my readings too. I don't read on the tarot bridge only because it's not doesn't make sense for me to be in competition with my readers. I do my own personal thing. So, and like I said, I'm home today, New Year's Day, if you're looking to book. All right, so Cancer. We have Robin Wood for our Cancer people. Let's see what 2025 brings in for you. Now, also, if you want to be a cross watcher and you're dealing with someone of another sign, watch their reading. Ooh, Cancers. And I got to step away for one quick second. I can't pause this because you can't pause a video. And I got to get myself a bottle of water. Okay. Okay. You know, I forget I have the microphone hooked on me. I'm trying to speak into the phone as it's propped up on my little thingamajiggy here. And I'm like, wait, I got the microphone hooked right on me. Oh, good thing I'm not going to the bathroom or anything. But anyway, let me get a sip of water. Okay. Cancers, you got a good one. That's all I'm going to say. No. So I feel with Cancers, if relationships, family, this doesn't have anything to do with work or money. It's strictly family relationships, love, whatever, friendships. If it hasn't been working out for you, it's about to work out. Okay. It's about to really, really work out. And this is one of the reasons why in 2025, because you are learning to take a break. Okay. You are finally learning that arguing, overthinking, and all this other stuff and trying to maneuver a situation is not working for you. Okay. Now, remember, our Five of Wands is a few things. It's either arguing with other people, which I rarely find that, but it could be, or it's arguing amongst yourself. Okay. There should only be one of you, hopefully. So you're arguing amongst yourself. And the thing about that is, it's one of those, one day you're good, one day you're bad, but the Four of Swords tells you that you finally decide to take a break. You're like, you know what? I've been doing this for how long? It's not working, and you may be dealing with someone who doesn't want to reveal their feelings. Don't forget, our King of Swords, he has his arms across his chest. So that tells you that he's not willing to give his emotions up. But if you look at the inside of his cloak, you see the stars and, the dreaminess and everything. That tells you that it's there. He believes, but he's not willing to reveal everything. Well, you taking a step back from everything and you just working on yourself is going to bring the difficult people back to you, if that makes sense. So if people have alienated you or wouldn't see your side or you've argued or whatever the case may be, whether, like I said, it's love, whatever, you're going to see that by you doing this, like, you know what? Bite me. I'm done with all of yous. You're going to see where people finally see your side and understand where you're coming from. So the message for 2025 is there is going to be unity in your love life, family, friendship, whatever it is you're hurting from. but it's going to take a little work on your part. And that work is going to be you taking a breather, okay? You taking a break. You deciding that you're worth more, okay? And you need to walk away from this. I talked to somebody yesterday. I did a few readings. I can't remember who. No offense to the people I read for. I read for a lot of people, but you know, I kind of channel, so I don't even really remember. When somebody comes into your life, they're almost like a mirror. Okay? You know, they're not always the love of my life. They're not always the person that I need to be with forever. Sometimes they come into our life to mirror to us. And when we finally see the reflection and we look at that reflection, and Cancers are looking at the reflection and they're saying, that's the reflection of a person who needs to worry about themselves, take care of their own well-being, and just move forward in life. And once you do that, that mirror becomes a magic mirror. And click, you are on your way to getting what you want. That's all it takes. It's not hard. People think it's so hard. They sit there and they meditate and they light sage and they light candles and they go to Sedona and they take all these classes. Oh, please. No. I read for someone once, they were telling me about all these classes they took, and yet they knew nothing, unfortunately. No. You have to, it all starts within you. Remember, you have the higher source, you are the power. All right. Now we're up to Leos. Oh, look at that. So I will get a sip of my Hint water. Hint came out with this year. I got to see if I can get it on Amazon if they still have it. I loved it. I loved it. They had the Christmas edition. It was so freaking good. And I was in BJ's. It's our local warehouse. Sounds funny, doesn't it? It was our. What were you doing there, Denise? It's our local warehouse, and it's a like a warehouse, like a Costco's, a Sam's Club, whatever you have in your neck of the woods. And anyway, they had it, and my daughter's like, "Oh, that sounds gross." And I go, "No, as a matter of fact, peppermint bark sounds pretty darn good." Then I think they had one that's pear cinnamon. But again, it's only a hint of flavor, hence the name. All right, now we're back to Morgan Greer. We have our Leos. Are there any Leo? And I might have to make another video because I'm 30 minutes in, because I'm giving you guys extra long readings, and I'm yipping and yapping. So let's go to Leo. What can you expect for 2025? I know I have a few who watch me. All righty, my Leos. And like I said, if you're involved with one, another sign, and you want to be a cross watcher, you go right ahead. Ooh. Might have to cover that up. Ooh, Leos. Let's do this. I don't want to piss off my social media. Okay, so what does all this mean? I haven't a clue. No, I'm kidding you. Wow. So again, we're faced with the Five of Wands. We got to see if that keeps coming out, because that's going to be a sign if it is. So Five of Wands, again, to me, isn't really so much 5 people. It could be 1 yourself. It could be 2, it could be 3, so on and so forth. But because it fell next to the Lovers, which is a choice of the heart, it always tells me, and it's funny with the Lovers, because this is either you, Leos, who have to do this, or you're involved with someone who has to do this, okay? This is somebody who usually has to make a choice between someone younger than them or older than them. Isn't that weird? Like, that's like from hundreds of thousands of years ago, like 5 billion, when they had dinosaurs and the dinosaurs were reading the cards. So the Lovers talks about making a choice. And I think for my Leos, you are in this mode of making a choice for 2025. But I feel like you have a choice between two people. Okay. And if it's not you, you're dealing with someone who has a choice between two people. And I think one of the relationships is definitely governed by love and emotion, as you can see by Mr. King of Cups. And it's funny with him, and you may live by the water, they may live by the water, but Mr. King of Cups, again, if you look, they have their back to what's going on. So they try to turn their back to their emotions, and they're pretty miserable. And that may be you too. It's either you or them, where there's this level of miserability. Is that a word? Let's make it a word. Where they're just miserable, and they figure if they block out certain things, they won't have to deal with them, and you won't have to deal with them. But when I get to the Ace of Wands, look how hard he is holding on to this and this. Like he's got a choice. See, he's got two things in his hand. And this is like a wand of opportunity, money, gold, whatever you want. And here's love. And he's really struggling, or she, don't get caught up in the gender, struggling in 2025 about what to do, whether they should go to love, because they're realizing maybe they haven't had it, or you haven't had it in a while, and now you do, and you realize how good it makes you feel. And the Ace of Wands tells me it could be someone from your past or their past, because they're giving the olive branch. And you can't give an olive branch to a stranger. So, sometimes tarot's common sense. So you want to give someone an olive branch of, you know what, let's be friends again. Let's see what we have. Is there any opportunity to start this over? But there is hope and opportunity, because let's look at this. The sucker's cut off on both ends, and yet the frigger's still blooming. How the hell's that happen? So I think for Leos, and again, this could be if for some reason I'm getting it's if you're a Leo or if you're involved with a Leo. That's what I'm getting for storyline. There's going to be somebody who struggles to make a decision in 2025 as to, you're going to start seeing some things get shook up. Okay. And what you're going to see, like either you realize that you tried as long as you could to keep away the heebie-jeebies, tried as long as you could to keep away everything, like, the good stuff, and just work or just concentrate on what's in front of you. Because see how he blocks out? Like, he knows he's got dolphins back there playing. He don't want to watch them. Who can't smile at a dolphin playing? And he knows he has that, and yet he's reluctant to turn around and watch it because he knows it's going to warm his heart. So maybe you are reluctant to either speak to someone or take your eye off the ball of just working and keeping yourself as a hermit, or the other person, because there's definitely a choice coming. They're fighting it, but there's definitely a choice coming. That's for my Leos. We're on to Virgos. That's going to be light seers. Now, Virgos, I hear, rumor has it, that Virgos, any placement you have, and these readings are good for sun, rising, moon, or Venus. So anyway, they're saying with Virgos that 2025 is your year. I'll take it, because I am a Virgo moon with a Pisces sun. Talk about your Sybil. I am two signs that are on the opposite ends, right? And I always talk about it. And my Pisces makes me, and I'm a Pisces, Venus is in Pisces too, which makes me that star-crossed lover, which made me have a bunch of failed relationships where I thought they were going to provide something they were not capable of, okay? Learned that the hard way, but I learned it. So I was able to turn on that magic mirror. Remember, that's going to be our thing. How do we turn on the magic mirror for 2025? So anyway, Virgos, if you're a Virgo, it looks really good, excuse me, for 2025. Okay, let's see what I have. Virgos. Like I said, I might have to do a part 2. We'll see. We'll see. I only got 60 minutes. They say I do. Hopefully. Freaking cutting and splicing shit here. Ooh. Ooh. You know, years ago when I used to do readings in person, they used to come to my home or when I had my store. Such a ball buster. They would sit in front of me and they would draw the cards or I would draw the cards, whatever. And I would go, ooh, 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 that's not good. Okay. So anyway, if you look down here, you see that's not good. But this is actually a good card. I'm not sure why they made it so dark, though. I don't agree with their graphics, okay? But let's go. So I feel like 2025, for a lot of my Virgos, does start off in a good place. You're going to get some exciting messages that give you hope, okay? They give, especially by our next water sign, which would be Pisces, I believe, which is February 20th or the 19th. A lot of arguing going on with that. So I think that you have, but you have this bad habit of going into this, woe is me, shit's going to hit the fan, it's not going to turn out well, yada, yada. You know what I'm saying? Like, you seem to have that sort of thing. Don't forget with our 9 of Swords that the thing with the 9 of Swords is they're not real, okay? They're just a stress you have and you start thinking about them and they turn into more stresses. As you can see, this little crow here is not real. The other nice thing about the 9 of Swords is it's something that is very, very short term. So when we get to the 6 of Swords, because down here seems to be a lot about thought. So that tells me that for my Virgos, you're kind of like a wait, you know, like a Nancy naysayer sometimes, and you're kind of like waiting for that next shoe to drop. That's what you're waiting for. But with the 6 of Swords, you're going to see things move forward for you. You're not only going to see where things are moving forward for you, but you're going to see that you're going towards your wish and you're getting it. This card in particular doesn't show it, but most of my, well, it has it here, the star, but most of my cards have where the boat is going towards the star, okay? So the 6 of Swords shows that you are in kind of turbulent times, and that could be a few things, you know, relationships, again, anything. You have to fit it in. I can't, you know how many hundreds of millions of thousands of millions of billions of Virgos there are out there? Not that you're all watching me, but you're out there. So the 6 of Swords is telling us, finally, we've released some of these. We're down to 6. We had 9, now we're down to 6. Hey, that's progress from my book. And you're going to be releasing more. You're going to be releasing them because you know you don't need them. And this is next, the suitcase that's getting thrown off board. So I feel for my Virgos for the 2025, you are kind of getting rid of baggage, so to speak. See the suitcase? You're getting rid of things that just no longer serve you. And you're going to see that you are in such a better place. You feel so much better that it pushes you forward. So in other words, when you release the baggage, the boat just takes off. The boat just takes off. And it makes you get quicker to where you want to be. Okay? So for my Virgos, your message is, it is time. 2025 is going to be your year where you finally realize it's time to release baggage because that's the only way you're going to progress. Okay. Hopefully that made sense. Next, we are on our Libras. We're doing pretty good. I got 20 minutes left on this video. I might have to make a second one, and I'll mark them. Okay. Alrighty. Libras. I was married to a Libra for 22 years. And then I was with another Libra for 7 years after that. You'd think I learned. Libra and Pisces, nah. Air and water never really goes well together. I guess it depends on your other placements too, but, you know. But those were the years where I continuously tried to fit that square peg in the round hole. I don't do that anymore. I don't do that anymore. Life's too short. All right, my Libras, what do we have? This is Robin Wood. Like I said, this is one of my favorite decks. I have actually a few of these. Libras. All right, hold on. Okay, we got money around you. Oh, money. Okay. So I feel that for a lot of my Libras, I don't know if you're involved with the Capricorn, doesn't have to be, but I get that you're trying to, again, walk away from something that's not serving you. It could be, checking my mic, it could be something where I think it's work. I just feel it's work. I feel for a lot of you out there that you're tied to somebody or something that just doesn't work for you anymore. It may be a company, and this company may be getting to a point where they're, I don't want to say failing, but they've come as far as they can go. And I think for you, I don't know, I feel like you may have an opportunity to step out of that and do your own thing. Because don't forget, our King of Wands here is always somebody who is can start their own business, okay? So I feel like you've been burying yourself in work and been trying to do the best you can and kind of hone a skill you have. So there's a part of you, my Libras, who also know that where you are and what you're doing is not really working, okay? So what you have going on in your life is about to change in 2025. You're about to kind of break out of your shell, and you're about to really focus on yourself. And the thing is, with the Knight of Pentacles, it's going to take a lot for you to turn your back on this situation. But you are going to do it, because you know once you turn your back on this situation, it's going to take a lot of work, okay? But the funny thing is, it's almost like getting the wheel going. Once you turn your back on this situation that no longer serves you, now, could it be love too? It could be, although when I get all the pentacles like this, I assume it's just work, unless you're staying with someone for money. So I feel once you set that wheel in motion, you're going to have somebody on the other side who kind of gives you an offer and helps you and brings you to the next level. Do you follow me? They end up where they are the catalyst of your next phase of life. But the big thing about this is, again, it's that mirror reflection. Remember, we talked about that. Every opportunity, every person is a mirror to you. And once you realize if that's a good reflection or bad, you turn on the magic of the mirror. So again, I have to say that you are about to turn on the magic, and you're going to realize that, you know, it's going to take a lot of work, but I have the ability. Look at my skills. Look what I have, you know? And again, if you want to take it in the context of love, you're like, look at me, all I have to offer. Why am I bothering with this? Because I could have this. So whichever it is, I'm leaning towards work a little bit more, but I've been wrong. Go figure. Like I say, the only one who's correct is God, Jesus, or Buddha, whoever you believe in, and I don't think they give readings. Yeah. So, you have a realization of your value and your worth. That's the importance of this reading in 2025. And you do decide to walk away, but as you're walking away, you're getting another offer. So I like that for my Libras. Okay, next we have our Scorpios. Definitely going to have to make another video. Let's see. Scorpios. I am a Scorpio rising. Okay. Scorpios for 2025. What do we have? Whoops. Ooh, you're being chased. I like that. Yeah. I'm going with love on this one for my Scorpios. Yeah, I mean, you are, so 2025, it shows like you're really into work and you're home, and I don't know if you're moving, but you're doing a lot of work. You're doing it on your own, and you're not paying attention, you know. And I feel behind you comes this, I hate to say it, but like true love. Like, they got the flower, they mean business. Now, the Fool doesn't mean that it's a young person. The Fool just means that this person has been through a lot and has learned. Okay? Don't forget, the little satchel here has all their life lessons. And this person has decided at some point, we don't know when, to use all those life lessons. You follow me? So we like that about this. We like that, you're being pursued. But what I love is, and if you look at the cards the way they fall, you don't see it coming. You're like, you know what? You may have decided that you were just going to hoe your garden or whatever else you wanted to be a hoe in. And you were going to like forget about love, forget about those relationships. And the Seven of Pentacles talks about patience, And I think either you've just been like, let me just work on me. Let me just have my patience, where you just stop chasing. This guy here is taking a break. He's definitely taking a break and not worrying about, what's to come. He's just taking care of what's in front of his face. And really, that's all we have. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to be mindful in life to an extent. Like if the first is here, you got to pay your mortgage or your rent, or you know what I'm saying? If you're running out of groceries, stuff like that. But you can only prepare so much. And really, we don't know from day to day. We really don't know. So sometimes we just got to work with what we have, and, whatever comes, comes. And that's what happens with the Seven of Pentacles. It's a card of patience. And I like the Emperor because this person here, even though he's coming across as a newbie, he's an emperor. So don't let this person fool you. They've been through a lot, which is good. That's what you want. You want someone who's as seasoned as you are. So they've been through a lot. They've had to deal with all different things, and they've learned the value of people. And that's what they're doing. And I like this for you, my Scorpios, because I think that it's telling you, keep doing you, and it's going to benefit you in more ways than one. All right. Off to Scorpio, Sagittarius. Yeah, right? Because if I miss one, you guys are like, shoosh. Let me see, October, November, Scorpio, yeah. I mean Sagittarius. My Saggies out there. Let's see. My Saggies. Light Sears. I love this deck, but let me tell you, I get carpal tunnel trying to shuffle it. It's just such a hard deck to shuffle. All right. Hold on. Saggies for 2025. Ooh, Three of Pentacles again. Somebody's working on some shit. Nine of Cups. I called this a Seven of Cups the other day and some girl got on me. And I got to be honest with you. I'm probably more psychic than I am. How could I put this? Somebody asked me the other day. They go, what do? Do you read cards? Are you psychic? Blah, blah, blah. What do you do? I do a little bit of everything, you know? So if I miscall a card, there's a reason, and my reading still stands. So don't come looking for me in the comments. Oh, and there's a Seven of Cups. Isn't that a coinkydink? Don't come looking for me in the comments, because you won't find me. Sagittarius, where do I begin? Okay, if I was going to look at this, this is what I would say to you. I would say at some point you could have been involved in a third-party situation, if not you, someone else. And this person decides that they want to maybe come to you or come back to you, which makes you think about it, okay? And this person doesn't give up. And that's it. So Three of Pentacles could be three people in a relationship. Not always, but I can pick up on it sometimes. The Nine of Cups is getting your wish. And of course, with the Nine of Cups, it's be careful what you wish for. Okay? Be careful what you wish for, because you might end up with a booby prize. And I feel like with the Nine of Cups, that even though you have 9 and you're getting your wish, that might have been a wish from a long, long time ago, for some reason you're still entertaining it, you know? And I think that's what happens. I think we all, myself included, we all have wanted something for so long that after it finally shows up, we're like, well, maybe I still do want it. I mean, after all, I gave it so much time and energy. Is it a quest? Is it true love? What is it? You know? So I think that's what's going on with my Sagittarius. And the Knight of Cups looks like this person will also start off by apologizing to you. Because when the person has a hat in hand, that's usually an apology. So the thing I get from this most is there's no trust here, because see the snake here and you're not sure where the snake's going to be. You still don't trust this person, but for some reason you're going to kind of give it some thought. All right, Saggies. Let's go to Capricorns. What can they expect? My Capricorns. Better speed this up a little bit. Ooh. Oh, and there you are. Wow. Wow. Let me tell you something. 2025 for my Capricorns, you got a victory. You got a victory in every which way. If you're looking to have a child, that may be on the thing there. You could be getting pregnant or having a child. But there's also some sort of commitment coming your way. If you've been kind of, I don't know, kind of wavering with a certain situation, whether it's a job promotion, whether it's a, love relationship, whatever it is, 2025 brings in to you, it brings in this major sort of commitment thing. And not only with just commitment and love, but also money. Something with money is going to turn out to be a little bit better than you anticipated. My Capricorns for 2025, you got your stuff coming down the pike. Let me tell you, you're finally winning at life. You got the Ace of Swords, that's the new beginnings. There is a victory coming your way. But if you've been looking to have something in the traditional, you're looking to get married, whatever it is coming down the pike. All right. Aquarius. Aquarius. Ooh. See, there's that sigh. Oh, oh my Lord. What did you do? Well, here's the deal, Aquarius. Whether it's you or you're involved with an Aquarius, somebody is going to go through a divorce. Somebody has to make a choice, and there's going to be a choice made. There's two people involved. One could be an Aries. These are actually two Aries cards, which makes it kind of weird. There is, there was three people in a relationship, but there's only going to be two. The year of 2025 for my Aquariuses is either going to bring you with the one you want to be with. Either they are leaving somebody or you are leaving somebody, but somebody's leaving somebody else. There's no longer going to be three people in a relationship. It's only going to be two people in a relationship, if that makes sense. You've gone a little bit too long with this third-party situation, and you kind of had it. And you finally say to yourself, or the other person says, you know what? I want a better life. I'm not going to do this anymore. I need to have a better life. And that's where the decision finally comes down. You're tired of walking on a tightrope. You're tired of not knowing what tomorrow brings. And that's a huge thing. So for the year for my Aquariuses for 2025, there is going to be a decision made, and don't get caught up in the gender, but there is going to be a decision made about taking out one of the players. So this 3 turns into a 2. All right, and next is Pisces. I hope I didn't forget anyone. If I did, put it in the comments and I'll just do a backup video. But I think I was pretty good. Pisces for 2025, what can you expect? I thought I was good. Don't be mean. You know, some of you people are freaking mean sometimes. I don't want to have to remind you, but I do this for free. The amount of readings I book from this compared to the amount of time I invest comes out to be about 30 cents an hour. So keep your snarky comments to yourself, or I'll just block your ass. That's all I'll do. I got no time for this bullshit. All right, Pisces. Pisces. Let's see what we get. Look at that. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my God. Well, that's enough. Wow. New beginning in love. New beginning in money, business, like just new beginnings. You finally meet somebody who you agree upon, you know, like you have the same interests and you both agree upon it. You know, when the glasses click together, it's like cheers, like you know, and you both want the same thing. The Ace of Pentacles is the beginning of something. So if you're in the midst of starting a new business or working at a new business or whatever with money, it's going to start to progressively be more. Aces go up, obviously. They can't go back, they go up. The same thing with love. Now, the Ace of Cups is a couple things. It could be reconciliation. Not sure any of you Pisces want your ex back. That's on you. I don't judge. But it's also, it could be new. But I like the Ace of Cups because it's being guided. Okay, so either somebody from your past or somebody new is being put in your vicinity, if that makes sense. They're being put where you are, okay? And the Sun card I love. First of all, the Sun card is our card of Leo. But the Sun card is supposed to cancel out anything negative, right? There's not a negative card here. Finally, Pisces gets a home run. And they're one of the signs too in 2025. There's like so many signs that are winning. And the Sun card is all about safe and feeling confident and allowing yourself to feel vulnerable. Because this baby's like, I'm naked and I'm bareback and this horse I trust. So I think you have a year of trusting people, loving people, and making money. Who can ask for anything more, right? All right, my dears. I hope this made sense to everyone. I think I got everyone. I really, really do. I'm going to see what I can do to timestamp it. If not, take your friggin' finger and slide the bar till you figure it out. That's all I can say to you. All right, everyone. Happy New Year.